Welcome in, everybody. It is the first in-season episode of Men in Orange and Black for the 25-26 year. Somewhere on your screen is Matt Craig. I am Steve Murray. Could be worse. We could have no goals at home.
Yeah.
Like a certain team up north.
But we don't.
Suck that.
Thank God. So there you go.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. So we're going to get into first period. We're going to recap the first 5 games of the Flyer season. Second period, we're going to talk about some of the players on the roster, including doing our studs and duds. We're bringing it back from last year.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the third period, we're going to look at the upcoming 2 weeks on the Flyers schedule, which includes a visit from the Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's right.
Sure, we weren't visiting Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So sleep with one eye open.
Love it.
Before we're going to get into each individual game, talk about some cool highlights and lowlights and such. But first thing we want to do, we want to look at overall how we doing.
Yeah.
Given the schedule, and you can look at our last episode and see what we thought of this grind here, the first 5 games. Coming out of this 2-2-1, 5 points. I can live with that. You played the defending champ Panthers twice. You played a perennial Eastern Conference finalist in the Carolina Hurricanes. You played last year's President's Trophy winner, Winnipeg Jets. And you played the Minnesota Wild, who at the time owned a 4,670% power play coming into the game. We'll dive into that. But before we break down some of the stats, Matt, your overall first impressions of the first 5 games?
A very encouraging start, brother. I really do believe that. This has its ups and downs. I've seen a couple of the games, and it's like defensively, I was kind of just holding my breath a little bit, but at the same time, there are promising signs. You got Travis Sanheim has been really, really good, which we'll get to in the second period. But you could tell that there's a good cohesion. I think Tockett's doing a great job so far, really kind of just setting the standard high and saying this is what you have to hit, each and every game. And for the most part, they're doing very, very well, hanging in there. And for them to come out of this gauntlet, and it was a gauntlet to start. I think I predicted that they would have don't be surprised if they have 1 win.
Yep.
2.
You said it, not me.
That's right. And I'll own up to that. Absolutely. I looked at it last year. They had 1 win by this time last year. So they're already better than what they were last year at this time. So encouraging start, I think. They have 5 points, and it's like you're 6th place in the division. It's like it's still early, but I love it in what I'm seeing so far. Very much.
Could have had a 6. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Carolina game in a little bit. I think one thing that absolutely stands out, the Cates Forster break line has carried over its momentum from last season and has really been in the best line overall through these first 5 games.
Yeah.
Not good for some of the other lines we've got going, but at least they're there to help get us through this.
Was that on your...
Looking at this,
I was just going to ask you this real quick, Steve. Was that on your radar for them to kind of continue this momentum?
I think they had the best chance of continuing that because they have kind of that cohesion from from having played together most of last season.
Sure.
The implementation of Tockett's system you could see early on is still, the players are trying to figure that out. I remember a distinct play. I don't remember if it was the first Florida game or if it was in Carolina where Christian Dvorak, like the puck goes in the corner and he's pointing. And I guess whoever he was pointing to didn't know where they were supposed to go, so he had to go to the corner, and it ended up kind of a jumbled mess.
Yeah.
And I would think of anybody, Dvorak probably knows Tockett's system the best, having played for him previously. So
yeah,
he was probably saying, hey, you need to go there.
Go there.
Whoever he was saying that to didn't go there, so he had to go there, and things devolved from there. But, so there's just some growing pains. You're learning a new system. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But, overall, very encouraged.
Yeah.
Looking at the stats, we got at home, we've won 2 games. That's good.
That's
so far
good.
Winless on the road, but we did get a point out of Carolina. Only 13 goals scored thus far, which puts us at 27th in the league. But when you consider you played Florida twice.
Yeah.
You played Winnipeg, they've got a Hellebuck and they're stingy.
Talk about a machine out on the Western Conference. They're no joke. The Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
They're really good. Yeah.
But on the plus side, goals allowed is only 14. Which puts us at 10th in the league, which is definitely a positive.
Thank you very much, Dan Vladar. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, negative, the power play is only running at 6.67%.
One for, I don't know how many, but we have
15.
One. Yeah.
Right.
We have one.
We got one. One. That's not going to cut it. No, we don't have Rocky Thompson to blame anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's probably just jumping for joy.
On the positive side, the penalty kill is running at 83.33%. You might say, well, that sounds a little low, Steve. Yeah, it probably is. However, when you consider the current league average is only 79% as of this recording, we're above average on the penalty kill.
Loving it.
So
loving it.
All right, well, let's get into these games individually. So we opened on the road in front of the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, who I misspoke last week. I said that was their home opener.
They had Chicago.
They actually played Chicago 2 days before.
Yes, sir.
So Florida, the Stanley Cup champion, has the advantage that they have their sea legs already for the season.
Yeah.
And we're just starting. And I think that showed a little bit. He had Noah Cates with the first goal for the Flyers this season on a nice rebound opportunity off of faceoff. I don't know if you had any commentary on that one. It was a good effort play.
Terrific. Right off the faceoff, good shot by Forrester. And, as Bobrovsky is about ready to try and pull it back in to save it, Cates comes in and kind of chips it up and over his shoulder and into the back of the net for the first goal of the year. Great effort play. I mean, Noah Cates, kind of a little unsung here, that kind of a deal early on in the season.
Yep.
He's played very well. Great effort goal. Nothing much more that you can say other than glad to have him on the team with Brink and Forrester. I mean, those three, never, ever break them up. Never, ever break them up, Doc. Never. And I don't think he ever will. He knows what these guys are going for, and they've bought into his system as well, being the best line, I think, of all the lines so far that have started and played in these 5 games. So, yeah, great effort play. Great effort play by Cates there.
Now, that goal tied the game up at 1. Dan Vladar got the start, just so you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Brad Marchand a little bit later.
Which will not show.
Eye shot, which will not show. Because we do not condone Brad Marchands on this program.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unless it's playing Toronto and he's playing for Florida. But he gets a seeing eye shot from the half wall, which I think it was a kind of a double screen on Vladar. Unfortunately, sneaks into the top corner.
Yeah.
And that does it. And you could see Florida is just when they get going, their forecheck is just thunderous.
What a machine that forecheck is, especially at home. Their home ice, it's tough now to play down there. But give them credit, though. They weren't blown out in the first game of the year, Steve. I mean, in that regard, that could have easily snowballed to a 3-1, 4-1. But they were there. They were there throughout the entire game, at least trying to tie the game up, even though it seemed like Florida had the ice tilted like this and we were skating uphill most of the game. Good effort, I would say, even though moral victory, moral loss, I guess. I don't know how you would classify that, I guess, but
no, not Pyrrhic victory. You get credit.
Yeah.
That, if I recall correctly, was the night 2 other Philadelphia teams were also in action.
Yeah.
And the Flyers managed to lose in the least embarrassing fashion of the 3. So
that was my form
already
of torture.
Automatically get a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they go into Carolina, which is another not easy place to play. I believe they got on the board first with a power play, the lone power play goal.
The lone power play goal.
Which was strange enough in itself because Drysdale takes a shot from the point, misses the net completely. It comes back the other side. Owen Tippett kind of just turns around like,
there's puck. Bam.
This.
Yeah.
Because the goalie lost it too.
Exactly.
But hey, they go in, they go in. That's a power play goal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Carolina ties it up. Then Bobby Brink with a wicked wrister.
Oh, yeah.
Into the top corner. Gives them a 2-1 lead. Carolina ties it up again, then goes ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the third period. Travis Sanheim scores late on a nice feed from the aforementioned Forster Cates Brink line.
Yeah. Once again, the FCB line, right? I don't know what we're going to call this line, but again, tenacious forecheck. You can see it. Tenacious forecheck, gets the puck back, and Brink spots Sanheim in the slot, and just he buries it past Anderson. No chance. Great goal by the young defenseman there of the Flyers, and to tie the game up, but at least get a point.
He's not young anymore.
No, but he's
like,
what is he, 26 now?
He was drafted in 2014. I remember because I was there. So he's got to be 28.
Okay.
He's got to be 29, maybe pushing 30.
Wow. Wow, it seems,
but
doesn't
he's
seem that way
coming
at
into
all.
his own. It's good. We
Yeah.
got him in his prime now. So
Yeah.
and then can't settle this in regulations. Got to go to overtime, where we believe Bobby Brink has the game winner into the net. Everybody pours off the bench to celebrate, but wait.
But no.
Toronto has to weigh in.
Yeah. And I don't know about
Waved
this
off,
bullshit.
no goal.
Yeah. I mean,
Travis Sanheim.
Steve,
what
are your thoughts there on that?
I mean, when you look at it from the reverse angle of the telecast, he's really deep in the crease. So, I mean,
the shot that we
do I
have,
like it? No,
yeah,
but
kind of by letter of the law, he's interfering, kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's in the crease.
Yeah,
it's
going to happen.
Sucks.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds later, the Carolina Hurricanes, having come back to the bench, retake the ice, go out and score your game winner on poor Sam Ersson.
Yeah.
Who thought he had a victory, snatched away.
Yeah.
So we get a point though against Carolina, which is good because they're another thunderous forechecking team.
Yeah.
So
and they were with them the entire, most of the entire game. You could see that there was a good effort and and a back and forth affair. They weren't overwhelmed like Carolina has done in the past to us. So to go down there and to get a point out of there, I thought, okay, that's a real good start. 1-1 on the road record, but man, what a great start. What a great start.
I wouldn't say real good start, but it's an acceptable start.
Yes. Given the two opponents that you were going against. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so then we get to the home opener, and the captain came to play. Sean Couturier gets a breakaway from Travis Konechny to go up 2-0 on the defending Stanley Cup champs. And you're thinking, holy crap, this is awesome. And then Florida comes back, 2 goals, one late in the second period, shorthanded, as I recall. So not only are we not scoring on the power play, we're letting teams score on our power play.
Yeah.
Florida then ties it in the third period before Trevor Zegras. This is Patrick Starr reacting to the Trevor Zegras play. Trevor Zegras goes behind the net, is tried to be decapitated by not only Aaron Ekblad, but also Sam Bennett, who had just leveled Sean Couturier in the slot. Zegras slips both of them, comes around the side of the net, backhand pass through the crease, up through into the slot. Sean Couturier, one-timer, makes it 3-2, gives the Flyers the lead. Then Paul Maurice pulling his goal like it's the playoffs with 4 minutes to go. Down 1.
Down 1. Yeah, exactly.
And we got a nice, it was, who was it? Forster?
It was
Brink.
Brink. Yep.
Brink
with the empty netter.
It's a nice effort goal after Forster missed the net, or Cates missed the net or something.
Something like that, yep.
One of the two missed the empty net, and Brink put home the garbage because nobody on Florida could care to get back in time.
Yeah.
And then another empty net goal to seal the deal. But Sean Couturier, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. Fantastic game from the captain. You had to like that, right?
Totally, 100%. It's always good to see a Sean Couturier game where he comes out and he has like this monster effort. Now, you're not going to get that out of him every single night, but man, it's good to see the captain come out and with 4 points against a defending Stanley Cup champion, their first road game of the year, by the way. And they did not look good. They did not. Down 2-0 early. Yeah, they fought back, but I mean, that Zegras pass, that was a masterclass pass behind the net. after almost getting like buried behind the net by two guys, that kind of it. It was crazy, and it was a tremendous play.
It would have been homicide.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
It was homicide.
Yeah.
But it's an incredibly smart hockey play by two guys. Zegras to realize, hey, there's two guys trying to take my head off. Somebody's got to be open.
Someone's got to be open. Yeah.
And Couturier realizing, hey, Sam Bennett's no longer near me. I might just want to stay here and hang out and see what happens. And bang.
Right
goal.
to his tape and on into the net. Yeah. Beautiful goal.
Right.
Yep.
But the good feelings were not to continue as Winnipeg comes in a couple nights later.
Ugh.
Ugly game.
Yeah. Kind of hard to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say even as a Winnipeg Jet fan, you're probably like, what the hell is this slop? But you see why Winnipeg was a President's Trophy winner. They were getting sticks on everything.
Low
every
shot
clear.
Yeah.
Low shot count, but every clear, every pass, every dump that the Flyers tried, it was hitting somebody on the Winnipeg Jets' stick.
Yeah.
And it was a turnover.
Just tremendous coaching and good position for everybody to be in there in that team. And they're not a joke. They're not a one-hit pony, one-trick pony, that kind of a deal. They're going to be right in the thick of the Western Conference playoffs. You can mark it down right here if you want. Episode 2. Predicting on my side. But, yeah, I mean, that Mark Scheifele, good God, is he good. Yeah, and Kyle Connor, of course, signed a long-term extension. We thought, at the end of the year, you're thinking, oh, okay, he's a free agent to be. You're thinking, like, that's a guy I would want. And snatched up, I think, 8 years, $96 million worth of money. I mean, yeah. I mean, just a tremendous player. So, yeah, and they got Hellebuck at net, who's one of the best goalies in the world, in that regard. So it was really tough sled for the Flyers.
Nice goal by Tippett on Hellebuck, though. It was a nice top corners shot.
Yeah.
Well placed, good shot, and the Tippett theme will continue momentarily. But you're right. I think the good news you could take from the Winnipeg game was, I know it was 5-2, but I don't think the play was that lopsided.
No, and they had their chances.
They had some chances.
Forster on a power play had a shot ring off the crossbar, beats Hellebuck clean. But rings it right off the crossbar. And it's like, oh, man, if that goes in, tie game, you're thinking like you're right there with them. That did not go in, unfortunately. And that's just one of these things. It's like, gosh darn it, just an inch lower, and that's in the net, and it's a different game at that point.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing with Winnipeg was they scored on our mistakes.
Yeah.
And we didn't reciprocate that. There were very few mistakes to be made in that game. And they capitalized and we didn't, and that was really the difference.
They also had a very lucky break of this double doink goal that, it was like, good Lord almighty, it was like comedy error. Off of Sealer and off of here and off someone's butt and back of the net. And it's like, you're Ersson, okay, you have to let that one go. It's not a bad goal on his part. It's not one of those where it's like, are you kidding me? It's more of a, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, what kind of ridiculous luck does Winnipeg have right now? Unfortunately, that's what happened in that play.
The voodoo.
The voodoo.
Effect.
Yeah, exactly.
But we then get to, we're recording on Sunday, so this is last night's Flyers game against the incoming Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
Who owned, as I said, a 46%, I believe it was, power play coming in. So don't take any penalties, that's something we didn't mention. That's been a problem. These first few games.
Oh, yeah.
You got to stay out of the box. Owen Tippett gets us on the board, ties the game in the third period, gets a good pass from aforementioned Zegras, misses the net as per Tippett, but follows his rebound and banks it off the goalie and in from behind.
Yeah.
Kind of a Michkov type goal.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Regulation not enough to decide this. So we go into overtime. Dan Vladar, I don't know, did he actually make that save?
He made the glove save.
He says it didn't hit him. I didn't see a replay.
So you're talking the first shot? Yeah, the one that went wide.
Yeah, the shot where he Supermaned across the net.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he then makes a save and decides to play the puck rather strangely. Uses his rear end to hold off one of the Wild players to give it to whoever was.
It was
I think
Drysdale.
It was Drysdale.
Yeah.
He gives it to Drysdale. Puck moves up ice. Noah Cates.
Yeah.
A brilliant shot
Oh,
in overtime to give the Flyers the win. I think the biggest development out of this was the PK went 3 for 3 against a very lethal power play.
yeah.
So definitely a great effort against Minnesota.
I love that, Steve. That's huge because that again was a huge concern. Like Minnesota's 5-on-5 is god awful. I think it was like one expected goal or something like that throughout the entire game. Their 5-on-5 is absolutely awful, and that's with Gabriel Kaprizov and Vladimir Tarasenko, that kind of a deal. So it's like they've got the horses to do it. They just haven't scored 5-on-5. But the moment they get one guy, you take a penalty, it's like you got a 46% power play. It's like, oh God Almighty, you hold your breath. But the way our sticks were in the defensive zone, particularly in the defensive zone on the penalty kill, was huge. It was absolutely huge in that game. And it really kind of, it basically said, okay, listen, we're not going to let you score here tonight, boys, and that kind of a deal. I love that. I love being the defensive guy. It's like you think you might have a 1 out of every 2, but you're not going to have that tonight. 3 for 3 on the kill. Gotta love that. Good effort.
You do. That type of power play is just not sustainable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
2 games, but coming in, it was pretty hot, so it was nice to cool them off.
No doubt.
But we get the victory, so that puts us at hockey 500 for the first 5 games.
There you go.
And not a bad start.
Not a bad start.
Just going back to that Noah, not the double doink goal off of Noah Cates.
Yeah.
I'm hearkening back to Tropic Thunder after the RPG blows up the truck, and Jack Black is laying there going, "Oh my ass!" That's what Noah Cates is saying after the puck went off. And
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
that's the worst feeling.
Oh
It goes
yeah.
off you.
I remember there was a couple of times where I would be playing out in the ice and the puck would hit my stick and then off my shin and it's like, where is it? And of course it's in the back of the net after you
don't hear it hit the wall and you're like, shit.
It's like, oh damn it hit the net, that kind of a deal. It's like, ow. So I feel that's just a terrible goal. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to discuss some of the players and the couple weeks that they've had. But before we get into that, we're going to do studs and duds. We're awarding those that do good.
Oh, yeah.
And we are chastising those who need to do
bad.
That's right. That's good. All right. For your stud, Mr. Matt, who are you going with for the first 5 games?
I mean, my God, when you got a guy that is logging 29 minutes on average time on ice, and he is your steady rock defensively, Travis Sanheim for sure, for me, gets my nod for the stud of this, I guess you could say, 2 weeks. Doing very well to start off the year. 4 points in 5 games, +1. Bullet of a goal, as we mentioned before in the Carolina game, to tie it, and to get a point out of the Carolina game. He's playing extremely well. I mean, it's great to see this, I guess you could say now, semi-young defenseman, I guess. He's now becoming the elder statement.
He's 29.
Yeah, 29 or whatever. Yeah, really good player and doing very, very well for the Flyers. So, yeah, I mean, can't ask for any better.
He's done very well. If you'll recall, though, he started off last season equally as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he kind of fell off sort of after 4 Nations.
Yeah, and
maybe a little bit before that, but that's the fear is he's logging his average time on ice is 27:16.
Yeah, he was almost.
I'd like to see that down like 25, 24, 25.
He was he averaged 30 minutes, 29:58 in the game against Minnesota. Carolina 29:34. All the others, Florida, Winnipeg, were both 24 minutes, and Florida was 27. So he's logged already a lot of minutes, and Tocchet kind of alluded to that in his press conference today. Basically say, I really need to have guys kind of step up in order to, even out the spacing of the shifts. So that way it's like I'm not leaning so much on Travis Sanheim and Cam York, and which is like, I'm with you on that. But at the same time, he's so damn good. So
We need a third pair that's not Lucas Krejci Ryan Parent.
well, and that's the thing. I think Ristolainen coming back into the lineup, and I think he's close. That's going to be a huge step forward, I think, and that will help out. You probably could see Ristolainen with Juleson, that kind of a deal. Maybe that pairing together would be something together. I don't know, or we'll see.
I think Juleson comes out when Risto comes in.
Really? Yeah.
I see Juleson as kind of the he's the Eric Johnson from last season.
In case of emergency
He's
break glass.
Yeah. He's only in the lineup right now because nobody else has kind of reached out and grabbed that ring that is third pair defenseman, which shouldn't be that high of bar to grab, but yet they're not grabbing it.
Yeah. Did you hear that, fans that love Emile Andre? Did you hear that?
We'll get to him.
We'll get to him later. Yeah.
But I think Juleson serves that purpose, and so when Risto comes back, they're both right-handed too. Is the other thing. So I kind of see it as Risto will come in, Juleson will go out, and then you'll probably rotate.
Yeah,
Ginning, Zamula, maybe Andre. We'll see.
See what happens from there.
But Sanheim's been very good so far, just as he started off last season. So that's a good sign. For me, I'm going to go Dan Vladar.
Yeah, my God.
3 games played. How about this? 934 save percentage.
Hallelujah.
165.
Goals against,
No more 860.
Yeah.
What?
It's competent goaltending, Steve. This is what it was like back in the day. 934 save percentage. He's only given up 5 goals on 76 shots faced so far this year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, that's what we have wanted
I'll take that every day.
Every day. And I think the expectation of that kind of being like at 9:30. Now that's not going to hold up water over the course of a whole year. He's not that kind of a goaltender, but it'd be great. But I love his enthusiasm. I don't know if you caught after the Minnesota game where they interviewed him afterwards, and the guy is just loving being here so far. He wanted to be here. I want to make that very clear to the Flyers fans out there. He wanted to be here. What goalie has said that over the last 5 or 6 years? Not many. And he wanted to prove that he could be a number one. And so far, he's taken that brass ring of the number one goalie, and he's like, hey, I've got a great relationship with Sam Emerson, no doubt. We're kind of playing flip-flop, but I'm the better of the two goaltenders, so I'm just telling you right now.
So far, that is true.
So far, that has been very true.
And I think we'll probably see them continue to flip-flop.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason to kind of declare a number one and give him the bulk of the starts yet. I think it's a good strategy to just let them play out.
Yeah.
Switch every other game, just go along that way. And then when it comes to that way, you're not burning anybody out either. That's the other thing.
100%.
I don't know what Dan Vladar, his most games played in the season is, but he's never been a number one as far as I know.
Yeah.
So he's never had a number one workload. Why overburden him now?
Yeah, and if you
let them play,
if you get him maybe 55 starts, that's more than half. But it's not like overburdening someone of that Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida is going to be in the net probably at least 60 times in that season. So maybe if you aim between 50 to 60 for Vladar, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good, but I don't think you need to get the bulk of those in now.
No, exactly.
Right?
And I think flipping them back and forth is good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Dan Vladar gets my stud of this episode.
The stud.
All right, you're going to turn to the
week.
Duds. I'll go first with this one.
Yep.
And just because you got to pick the other one,
I beat you to the punch. Sorry.
Easy. Yeah, you beat me to the punch. I'll go with easy pickings on this one. I'll go Igor Zamula. He's one of those guys who has not reached up and been like, you can play me on a regular basis. No, Igor, we can't.
No.
Despite what your agent says either.
Yeah.
You are being put in position. You've been given opportunities. You got to take them.
I don't get it with him sometimes, Steve. When I watch him play, he's trying to be patient, but the patience is really with anything that with hockey, it's more instinctive than being patient. And I think that's where he's not sure. Although I could see his intelligence of where he needs to go. either it's confidence or like a lack of confidence or something where he's just not quite 100% sure that he needs to make this pass out of the defensive zone or do something. I don't know. I can't figure him out sometimes.
Well, that's part of the problem is maybe he is recognizing where the puck is supposed to go, but in the NHL, if it's taken you that long to realize where it's supposed to go, now the other team has realized, oh, maybe I better. So at that point, the window is closed and you have to look elsewhere. And maybe it's just the computer is running on Windows 95 up there and is not up to speed.
Yeah, not Windows 11.
But I think he's running out of chances, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Certainly the leash is short.
I
I mean, you see like his stats over the Florida game or the Minnesota game. He had 11 shifts, I think it was, in that game. And that was because the bulk of it, 14, and he was only on ice for about 11 minutes out of your third defensive pair. Now, like I said before with Tocchet wants to get that third defensive pair more up and running, but you got to take that step and you got to own that. You got to earn the coach's confidence in order to do that so that you're not leaning on Sanheim and York so much early on. So, yeah. We'll see.
And the shame of it is last night, the Minnesota game, Zamula came in and Yinning came out. And I was like, well, I don't think you need to pull Yinning out. He's been fine.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything to really stand out. But if you're not doing anything to stand out, at least don't be recognized as, oh, man, every time he's on the ice, bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard his name.
Yeah.
And sometimes for a defenseman, that's a good thing.
And that's a good thing.
So I didn't see a need for him to come out, but I guess they didn't want Zamula sitting forever.
If he makes you hold your breath back defensively, that's not a good sign during the entire game, honestly. And I think that's where a lot of Flyers fans, I know for me, I can only speak for me, I hold my breath when he has the puck on his stick. I'm thinking like, just make the play. Yeah. Just make it. Trust it.
No.
No, what are you doing? You know, that kind of
turnover. Okay.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. That kind of a deal. So.
All right. So you're dud for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have to call this out. I don't know what's going on with number 39 right now. I'm hearing a lot of excuses too. You know, he wasn't, not in shape. He got hurt, prior to training camp. He's not up to 100%. I don't know what's going on there with him. One goal, of course, that was a nice goal against Winnipeg. Beats one of the top goalies in the world, no question. But certainly his involvement on the power play right now is a little suspect. He's kind of holding on to the puck a little too long, maybe, or not trusting his for whatever reason. And he's coasting. Steve, his effort defensively, it's not good. I saw it last night against Minnesota, and it was like, I could see why Tocchet didn't put him out there. Because there was one particular play where he's just kind of anticipating getting that puck. Someone's going to get it and get it up to him so that he can fly. And yet, you can't always be cherry picking all the time. Like, you need to help out your teammates in the defensive zone first, then take that next step. And I think that's part of like, he's 20 years old and he's new, he's a young kid, second year in the league, 80, I think, fifth game all time. So it's like, growing pains are definitely going to come, but I would love to see him score more. I think they will down the road. He's going to get the system. I think, he's part of the entire piece of the puzzle here. So small dud, but it's like, he'll get it up there, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to call it what it is.
Yeah.
He's not showing the Michkov that we know from last season, at least not yet.
Yeah.
And so we're going to call it out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the issue is, but I'm not worried about it. He's apparently, according to Tocchet, he's been coming, asking questions and watching video, and he's working his way through it, and that's good. He's got a positive attitude through it. And as long as that's it, and he's not doing sit-ups in his driveway, we're good. Now, there's the online contingent who are like, it's overtime. You need to put your best player out in overtime. Well, guess what? He has not been their best player.
Yeah.
Maybe in time he will be their best player, but Saturday night, he wasn't it.
He wasn't it.
You put the guys who were skating
Oh,
on
yeah.
the ice.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't skating, so he doesn't see the ice.
That's why
I
you-
don't like it either, but that's how you win games.
That's why
Go
you
with
saw
the guys who were going.
That's why you saw Owen Tippett out there. That's why you saw Noah Cates out there. That's why you saw Forrester out there, Brink out there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
And Owen Tippett gets a lot of flack.
he had
I do have to say he had a great game.
great game against Minnesota. Great game. Yeah.
Really, really noticeable with the skating. He was driving the net, doing the hard plays. That's what I want to see out of him because he's got potential. He's so fast and he's so big and strong.
Yeah.
He should be a supreme power forward.
The one move that
just-
and the one move that he had, and I'll throw it up there. The one move that he had to kind of shield the guy off the puck, essentially, and then kind of cut towards the front and took a shot. Missed it wide, of course, but at the same time, it was a hell of an effort. It was a hell of an effort. It's like that's what we want out of him more times than not during the game, basically.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When he's making those plays, he's up on his skates. That's when he's effective, even if he's not scoring.
Yeah.
It's the other games where you don't even notice that he's out there.
Yeah.
Or that he's just like pass to nobody. That's when it's like, Owen, come on.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Let's get going.
All right, couple other things I just want to talk about here in the second period.
Yeah.
Travis Konechny is another one who haven't seen a whole lot of him these first 5 games.
Yeah, kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of worries me a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And I wonder if it's just the fact that it's Tocchet in the new system that he's getting used to. It could be possible.
Very well be.
Like I think he was definitely under Tortorella. Tortorella was here for what, 3 years, I think it was? Yeah.
Yes.
So, he bought into the whole system and, became better. And really, I think Tortorella looked at Konechny as like, not only could you be on the power play, but you could be on a penalty kill. And he was out there a lot, basically. And I think Tocchet's looking at him and says, I don't need you to do so much. And that might have a little bit of a detrimental effect maybe on him, that kind of it. I don't know. He's, as far as I could, slow start, yes. He's 2 assists in 5 games. 2 assists in 5 games. That's not Travis Konechny. Yeah.
It's not, but what I'm not seeing is like the Travis Konechny getting in your face and, that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm not seeing that. And I feel like he's at his best when he's doing that.
Yeah. Being an
I'm just
agitator.
not seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being an agitator, getting in people's faces, doing the dirty stuff. And I'm not seeing it.
Do you think it's also because of the talent that he's around with? Because I know he's been paired with Zegras, and I know he's also been with Michkov as well.
It's just a slow start.
I'm
not overly concerned about it. It's noticeable.
It's noticeable. Yeah.
And it could be one of the reasons why we're having trouble scoring because Konechny is one of your offensive go-getters, and he's got 2 assists.
He's got 2 assists right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be better
So
on
hopefully that'll pick up
Yeah.
in the coming weeks.
Yep.
Another player I wanted to talk about because he's become a lightning rod and apparently the savior of the defense to some people, Emil Andre. He played 1 game. It was the home opener against Florida.
Yep.
Did fine. He only had about 10 minutes of ice time. Made some plays.
One
But then
shot on that.
Cam York comes back from injury, which I don't think we were prepared with in our last episode.
Yeah. We didn't know what
Cam
his
York
status was. Yeah.
Yeah, Cam York was out injured to start the season, missed the first 3 games, but York draws back in the Winnipeg game. Somebody's got to come out, so it's Andre. He gets sent down. And people are losing their ever-loving minds, as if Emil Andre being sent down is going to be the difference between this team being a cup contender and picking 2nd overall in the draft.
So let's breathe. Let's breathe here. Let's
Yes.
think about this 1 second. Okay.
First of all,
Yeah.
Andre's the only defenseman of the group who has the ability to send to the AHL without going through waivers.
Yes.
So that's easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you could have him up here on the 3rd pair, which is currently getting 10 minutes a night.
Yeah.
Or if you really want Emil Andre to develop his full potential,
Guess
you
what?
could have him playing 22, 23 minutes a night in Lehigh Valley.
Exactly. Which you want because he's only played 47 NHL games so far in his entire career. He's not the savior.
Right.
I don't understand My God, it's like the same thing with Beach Club.
People,
Yeah, I know.
the people get all. Well, the people are freaking out because they're like, "Oh, well, the Flyers just want big defensemen," and with Drysdale and York, they just kicking Andre to the curb. And I'm like, no, it's a whole. There's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, big defensemen are nice, and it's nice to have them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a good offensive game,
Yeah,
and you good positionally defensively, you can stick as a smaller guy. Again, see Kimmo Timonen.
yeah.
Andre
Or the kid
just is not doing enough to stick. And again, we'll keep Zamula up here. Well, why don't you waive Zamula instead of him now? Again, third pair right now is getting 10 minutes a night.
Yeah.
Zamula is probably what he is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we can have him playing 10 minutes a night or sitting in the press box.
Mm-hmm.
You could have Andre on Lehigh Valley getting first pair minutes and learning and developing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
I was going to say,
seriously, I just want to wring their necks up.
I don't quite understand that either. I think they see what he did early on in his tenure with Tortorella, and they want what he had last year to this.
Yeah, but then he came back. He went. He did. Yeah. Yes, he had a couple good games.
Yeah,
and then they sent him down. And he came back, and he was not the same.
He'll
player.
be fine.
Like
he'll be fine. I think the biggest thing with him. I think you're right. You want to have him develop his game better in Lehigh Valley because you get more minutes down there. Now, it's not the NHL, and I get that. Totally understand it. But you want that kid to develop. You want to make sure that he's on his upward path. As you have stated before so eloquently on this podcast prior, defense takes a long time to fully master in the NHL. Yes, he's undersized and all that kind of stuff. And yes, he could get buried sometimes and you wonder about his health. And it's like, oh my God, you just wonder that kind of penalty. He is only 5'9", 189. That is very light for an NHL defenseman. Yeah. Most NHL defensemen are 6'2", 220 or whatever the case, 6'2", 200. So he's very undersized. Is he quick? Yeah. Does he make good passes? Yeah. But you want to develop that over time. You want him to use his intellect up here so that he does make the right passes at the right time to avoid those big hits, in that regard. So you don't just, my point is, you don't throw him into the fire, basically. You allow him to develop his defensive skills in the AHL.
Well, I was about to say, you left that out. You're like, oh, does he do these things good? Yeah. Like, he also has to learn as a defenseman to play defense.
Yes.
Which is the weak part of his game.
Yeah.
And if you want him to learn to avoid getting crushed, send him to the AHL where he can play 22 minutes a night where there's dudes throwing their weight around all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The AHL is much more physical than the NHL.
The NHL, absolutely.
In terms of just meatheads.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it goes down there.
It does, yeah.
So he'll be fine. All right, one last player we want to get to because he is part of the goaltending tandem. Sam Ersson.
Yeah.
Has played 2 games of the 5. The numbers are not good. You are the supreme Ersson hater on this program. And so I feel like you're just licking your chops. However, I will point out that most of the goals that have gone in, I would not put on Sam Ersson.
I would agree.
So the numbers are what they are.
Yeah.
But when you look at a lot of the goals,
a lot of defensive breakdowns. Yeah. A lot of defensive breakdowns in front of him. Now, he is not going to be a miracle worker to try and save every single puck. I'm not asking him to do that. But what I am asking for him to do is to get his career save percentages have gone down each of the last 3 years. Now, you can say, okay, what is that attributing to? Is that attributing to him? Is that attributing to the defensive breakdowns in front of him? Is that a combination of the two? I don't know the answer to that question. It's not a good start. Now, granted, Carolina on the road, tough place to play. You had the lead a couple different times. You didn't shut the door. You had the lead a couple times down there. You know what I mean? Like you could have.
Yeah, but a lot of those goals.
I'm with you.
Weren't on him.
Yeah.
Their one was on the power play, I think.
Yeah. I will say the Winnipeg game, that was an unfortunate draw. You're not going to stop Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor. You're just not. That team is so loaded in the Western Conference. And, Tockett's trying to figure out exactly who he has in his goaltending.
Yeah.
Tough luck of the draw. Now, the schedule, we will preview this ahead of time. I think there are opportunities for him to get better, and I hope they do. I really do. I want to see the kid succeed. The sample size, though, is not very good, though, Steve. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
and I want that sample size to be better, and I get that.
The thing I ask of him is, yes, I know a lot of these goals are not your fault, but if you stop one of them, make one more save.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one more. Just stop one more.
Yeah.
And you'd be in the conversation. But
especially when your defense breaks down in front of you and all hope is lost. You've got your goaltender. You hope to God that he can make the save. Bail you out. That kind of a deal. And, 9 times out of 10, it's kind of like, okay. Sort of.
I mean,
and I don't want there to be a sort of with this guy. I really don't. I don't want there to be any sort of.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. But the problem is when if the defense has a breakdown and they score every time, now when the defense plays in front of you, they're going to be like, oh, God, I hope I don't make a mistake. That is not the way to play successfully. No. You cannot be thinking I'm going to make a mistake. It's got to be positive thoughts, not negative thoughts. Yeah. And, so. We'll see. That is what it is. Harrison, just one more. He's probably going to play Seattle, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, into the third period we go. We've got, 6 games? Yeah, 6 games.
6 games.
6 games coming up in the next 2 weeks between our episodes. Well, it's not really between our episodes because they drop on Thursdays.
Wednesdays.
Are we doing Thursday?
We're doing Wednesday, because we started Wednesday prior to the opener. So, we're doing it every other Wednesday.
So we're dropping on Wednesdays, so it's not really between. So we're going to have this weird overlap kind of thing going on.
Yeah, and real quick with the whole episodes, we're starting every other Wednesday is what we'll do throughout the entire season. And then when we get to the Olympic breaks, there will be a little bit of a long time because Steve and I are going to be sitting here talking about the Olympics with nothing else to do.
No, we're not. I'm not talking about the Olympics.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're not going to be talking about that. So we're going to take an Olympic break and then come back and then, finish out the rest of the year, that kind of a deal. So, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So every other Wednesday, join us, noon Eastern, YouTube. And hit like, share, and subscribe. All that kind of
That's
cool
lunchtime,
stuff.
People. You can listen to us at lunch.
Hell yeah.
Okay? And that reminds me, I want to ask you, since you're here, you're listening to us, hearing me talk now.
Mm-hmm.
I need you. There's a. See this thing? You got to click that.
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah.
Do that. There's a share.
Yeah. Little arrow thing that kind of.
It's an arrow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Share us with your friends. Let your friends know that we are sane Flyer fans.
That's right.
And we should all commingle. And also share.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Yes, I don't know what that button looks like either.
Well, that button is right there, right below my finger. Hit that.
I'll take your word for that.
And then you'll be notified of whenever all of our episodes drop, including our shorts, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, we love having our small subscriber base, but we're going to grow fast. I guarantee you, we're going to grow fast, Steve.
Come on.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We love the Flyers. We know you do like the Flyers also. And, Keith Primo likes the Flyers. He played for them.
Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with anything other than also, comment. We want to hear from you. If you're sane.
Absolutely. Yeah, please.
Don't make us chew you out.
Yes.
you Emil Andre freaks out there.
Yeah, you Carter Hart fans out there. I know he signed with Vegas, but it's like, oh, my God. Ooh. Yeah. That earned some big time backlash. I don't know if you heard about that, Steve, with Vegas.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yes, the Vegas Golden Cheaters.
Oh yeah.
They are no. What's the word I'm looking for? They are no stranger.
Yeah.
To controversy.
The controversy
in their short existence.
Isn't that amazing?
Had much of it.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Well, we're going to preview the games upcoming here. We're going to start with the Seattle Kraken come in. I know what I said.
Yeah.
They're coming into the, what is it? Xfinity?
Xfinity Mobile Arena. Yeah.
Xfinity I can't. XM Arena. It's coming into XM Arena.
Oh,
there's my mouse.
There you go.
That didn't click on anything.
Oh, there you go.
They're coming to the Xfinity Arena. Their leading scorer through 5 games, they were 3-0-2, is Vince Dunn, defenseman.
Wow.
Whoever the hell that is.
Don't know. I think we got to get ready for them, though. We got to get ready for them. 8 points in the Pacific. They're second up there, according to the time of this recording. So a little bit of a hot start, I guess, but we'll see. We'll with them. We got to beat them here. I don't think they have lost both times they were here. I think we ought to do.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time to beat them here.
Well,
yeah.
If they throw Joey Decord at us, though, as their goaltender, he is 3-0-1 with a .912 save percentage and .239 GAA.
Oh.
So he's off to a good start.
He's off to a good start.
The Kraken.
Yeah. The Kraken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not off to a good start.
Yeah.
Would be your Ottawa Senators. I don't know why I said your.
Your.
We will be in their barn.
Mm-hmm.
Although good news for us, we're catching him at a good time. Brady Tkachuk is out for quite a lengthy period of time. It was a finger injury or something.
Brutal. Brutal. Her elbow, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah.
Or
upper body injury for sure.
Upper
but
body.
Yeah.
Upper body.
Yeah.
From the waist up.
Yeah.
So he will miss that game. That's not their main problem, though. Their main problem is they are 32nd in the league in goals allowed. Having, let's see, they are 2-4. They played 6 games. They have allowed 30 goals. So they are giving up 5 goals a game.
Let's go.
Yikes.
Yeah. What doesn't
time for our offense to get on track?
Get on track? Yeah, exactly. Good opportunity to do that. And yeah, I think it's, catching them at the right time, with Tkachuk being out. That's a huge loss for them. I think he's their number 1 center, right? I think, yeah. He's definitely their captain too, if I recall right. Yeah, this big game for the Flyers to take advantage of and to go up there to their barn. It'll be interesting. Last road game in October, by the way, this month. So there you go.
And, player to watch, Gambling Shane Pinto, 7 goals thus far. I think that's the league lead, actually.
Okay. Right up there.
Put that in here, but 7 goals scored in 6 games. I think that's the highest in the league at the moment.
Okay.
But just 1 assist. Share the puck, Shane.
Well, right. You don't have to score the goals all the time, for crying out loud.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the
Pinto is leading the league as of the time of this recording in goals scored, 7. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so keep an eye on him.
Yep.
Then we come back to XM Arena to host the New York Islanders.
Oh, God.
Who are below us in the standings.
Yeah.
2-3.
Mm-hmm.
Although they started out 0-3, so they have won their most recent game, 2 games, including one against the defending Western Conference champion Edmonton Oilers. So that'd be interesting to see.
Indeed. Yeah.
And rookie sensation Matthew Schaefer is off to a fairly decent start. 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points in his young NHL career.
That's pretty good for number 1 overall pick. Have 5 points in the first early game. I do see those Sorokin.
As a defenseman.
Yeah, as a defenseman, it's very good. Do see Sorokin, though, not good. 1-3 with an .861 save percentage. That's you got to take advantage of that there, bud. You know what I mean?
Sorokin-like numbers.
Yes. Exactly.
I believe he's had our number over the years.
Yeah. Hopefully we could snap out of that kind of a deal.
999.5 save percentage against us and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's jump on these and punch Anders Lee in the face.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because it's just still punchable. All right, then a bit of a surprise. The Pittsburgh Penguins come in at a 4-2. Although I remain unconvinced that they'll sustain that because the quality of opponent that I saw on their schedule is just subpar.
Kind of subpar, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not convinced they will make the playoffs.
So what do you think
even with the revival?
Yeah, I was just going to say, what do you think of 40-year-old Malkin and 47-year-old Crosby? What do you think of them? I know
Crosby's not 47.
I know.
He's younger than Malkin even, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they are the team leaders in points. No surprise.
No.
9 and 7, respectively. 9 for Malkin and 7 for Crosby. So you know who you got to stop.
Oh, yeah.
They have not created any depth around those two as far as I can see. So, again, jump on them early.
See what happens. Yep.
Let's beat those Penguins.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the home stand continues. We welcome in the Nashville Predators, who are at Hockey 500 if there ever was one. 2-2-2,
baby.
Games.
Yeah. Marchessault, they're your leading scorer, 4 points, or is at least having a good start to the year. 2 goals, 2 assists. So, but although you have a note here,
he missed last night.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know the extent of that injury, if he will be in the lineup when he shows up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But that is an interesting thing to keep an eye on. UC Saros, the goalie.
Pretty good.
Goals.
Pretty good.
2-1-2, 919, 235. So goal prevention has not been their problem.
No.
It's been goal scoring.
Scoring. Yeah.
So they are in the same boat as us. But
They certainly, when they were crowned Stanley Cup champions prior to the start of the 2024-25 year, yeah, exactly right. It's been interesting. No one's talking about them. Nobody. No one that I know of. And yet, they're kind of just right at Hockey 500, kind of like where we are right now. And it'd be interesting to see, in a couple weeks' time, if you're right, if they, get hot or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
I mean, they certainly started off better than they did last year.
Yes, very much so.
That.
Yeah, very much so.
But I didn't have a note here, but Steven Stamkos is off to a slow beginning to his season. So I'm starting to wonder more and more if the Lightning knew what they were doing.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get to be 52 years old. So I mean, that kind of.
Look at you.
Yeah.
18.
Well, I know I'm aged, and I know that I've retired from hockey, so it's like I could say whatever the hell I want. It's my podcast. So there you go.
All right, and then the final game on the slate that we will cover next episode will be the Toronto Maple Leafs, the new look Leafs, -1 Mitch Marner. They are third in the league in goals for. Surprise, surprise. William Nylander, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points through 6 games. So he has certainly started off on fire. And Austin Matthews has 4 goals already. What else is to be expected?
That record, though,
it's always been regular season for the Leafs.
Oh yeah,
playoffs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They have to get past that second round, that bugaboo of the second round. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I think hosting them there, to close out our slate of games there. What do you think? Looking at the schedule, because I see a couple winnable games. I see Seattle, I see Ottawa, and I would love to say the Islanders, but I'm not sure. And I would love to say Pittsburgh.
Sorokin. It's always Sorokin.
It's always Sorokin. I would like to see, and then Nashville, Toronto, but you got Pittsburgh, Nashville, Toronto, home. So you're not on the road for those 3 games at the tail end. The only road game you've got is Ottawa. So 5 of the next 6 home at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, the XMA.
That's a file.
Yeah, that's a file. What do you think there? Do you think they win 3, 4? I mean, I think
they definitely take 3.
Okay.
I think they can get 3. Which 3? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I think they can get at least 3.
So it's a maximum of 12 points. Do you think that's 7? If they got 7 out of 12, would you be happy with that?
I could live with that.
Yeah.
I could live with that. I'd prefer, let's shoot for 8.
8 out of 12. Okay.
Maybe 3 wins and 2 overtimes.
And 2 overtimes.
Or 4 wins. Either way is fine. Toronto, I don't get the warm and fuzzies about Toronto.
Yeah. That one's going to be the hardest of all the games here, I think.
Yeah. And Seattle and Ottawa, I mean, with Tkachuk out and Ottawa struggling defensively, maybe we've got a shot there.
Yeah.
Seattle, apparently we never play them good, according to you.
Yeah. They're weird. Well, it's the Kraken. It's a whatever you called them. I don't know what you called them earlier. It was really funny. Kraken. That's right. Yeah. Kraken. I'm looking at this. This is the softer part of October. We got through the gauntlet very well. 2-2-1. So you got.
That's why I'd like more than half of the points.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We got half the possible points out of the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get more than half out of softies.
Yeah. And I think it could be done. I think you could probably get 8 if you get if you win 2/3 of these games, or like you said, combination of a couple of ties and or a couple of overtime.
Whoa.
No ties. That's right.
No ties.
I'm old school back here. I don't know.
I know.
I think it's
that 4th little digit on the end of the standings.
Right.
3-0-2 and 0.
Remember those days? God.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I think they've got a great shot. I really do. I think that this schedule, okay, maybe towards the end, Nashville's going to be hard. They've got some good stars there. You got to be ready to play. And Toronto is going to be a beast. That is going to be
Toronto's
really
Toronto is the one out of the 6 where I'm like, that's probably more loss than a win.
Yeah. Pittsburgh, though, I think.
The way they're going.
Pittsburgh, I know Crosby's killed us. I get it. But if you stop them, if you contain them,
you don't need to stop them. Just score more goals.
Just score more goals than they do. So, yeah, exactly. I think that's the name of the game. If you score more goals than your opponent, chances are you're going to win more. Who would have thought that? That would have been unbelievable. So, yeah.
I'm calling it now. I called it early. I'm calling it now. 6-5 win. Crosby has 3 goals and 2 assists.
There you go.
We get 6 goals. So.
Or they could do what they did as Stadium Series. We're up. They were up 3-1. We blitz them and score 3 goals to end the game. Still the greatest game I've ever seen in person, by the way.
I don't need that. I need a blowout, actually.
Yeah.
Just for my blood pressure.
But that was like that memory I'll never forget, because like half the stadium left. And we were there in the rain.
We stuck it out.
We did. We stuck it out together in the upper corners of Lincoln Financial, and we were there, and we were like, damn it, we're going to see this all the way through. And even though I was doubting it, I was kind of like, when we got to 3-2, I was like, they got one more, they're tying it.
Yeah.
And then they tied
the best
it.
part was the people around us all left, so I could stretch out and enjoy the game.
That was the best part.
That was
the best part. And then they ended up winning it.
We have reached the end of this episode. So far, not bad.
Yep.
Hopefully more to come, and hopefully Beachcoff finally gets his legs under him and gets going, and this offense can start cranking, and our power play can be better than anemic.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. That's what
Fingers
we're hoping
crossed.
For.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you next episode, but until then, let's go Flyers.